I'm proud to stand up here and share with all of you what we have come together over the past year to develop. As a motorcyclist, my biggest fear has always been riding at night. Anything could happen. You can go down, potentially be on the side of the road, and no one would ever know. So the reality of the matter is that 1 in every 4 motorcycle accidents happen independently of any other vehicle. So what we did was we came together to find a solution. Not only give the riders, but their families as well, a little extra peace of mind. We put a crash detection system into the motorcycle helmet that's going to constantly monitor the rider while it's on. If it senses an impact, it's going to automatically notify your emergency contact list that you've A, been in an accident and the exact GPS location where it happened. And on top of this, we weren't just happy making a safe helmet. We decided we wouldn't stop till we made the most advanced motorcycle helmet in the world. Now I know that's a bold statement, but hear me out. On top of the crash detection system, we have a heads-up display. For years, motorcycles have had phones mounted onto their handlebars for navigation. You are literally taking your eyes off the road to look down to see where you're going. We have eliminated the need for all of that. With this head-up display, we're going to have turn-by-turn directions in your field of view, as well as a rear view camera. And not only this, we also have blind spot assist to monitor your blind spots. A lot of motorcycles take their mirrors off. Dumb decision, but we help facilitate a safer alternative. And on top of that, we also created this amazing Android application to control all of it. Every aspect of it is controllable through this app, from what parts you want active. If you want the blind spot off, you can turn it off. If you want the screen off, it's distracting you, that's fine. And you can have all of this at your fingertips. If you want to control the brightness, because it's nighttime, it's too bright, lower it. And so I believe that this will help make riders safer and feel more confident on the roads, and I hope you guys can agree. Any questions?
How do you infer the GPS, the location of the accident, for example, by satellite communication or by
I can answer that question.
Okay.
So it is part of the Android application. It's pulling GPS data directly from the phone, and it's communicating that information through Bluetooth to the helmet, back and forth.
But in effect, if the phone is damaged in the crash, will it communicate fast enough in that instant to get that out, or is that where
I mean, we weren't able to test. That is a good question. We weren't able to test the limitations. You know, if the phone were to be damaged, if the communication could still happen.
But it happens very fast. You just shake it and you get 10 text messages. So.
What about false indications of an accident?
So we have a fail-safe system for that because we were worried what happens if the user, for example, drops the helmet.
Right.
So what happens is that when an alert is issued, the phone vibrates in your pocket, and there's a dialogue, and it asks if you have been in an accident. You can cancel, not send the message. You can click yes. If the user, for example, is injured and cannot access their phone, perhaps they're unconscious, after 30 seconds, it will default send the message.
Okay. Is there an option to, if I didn't have my cell phone with me, left it at home, whatever, would the system still function to some degree, or?
I think not the crash sensor, but definitely the blind spot and the camera would still be working.
With whatever settings I had last on the system, or?
Well, it's through the app, so there's like settings we can change like throughout the app.
So parts of the system would still work. Like Andy said, the rear view camera feed would still work. The blind spot detection would still work. However, it would not be able to obtain GPS location, so the crash sensor would not work.
Okay. Have you thought about how you might, eliminate the need to have a separate device, turned on app, those things to make it truly just a self-contained in the helmet?
We did, but we felt like with the app, it gave the user the most customizability. You have the direct ease of use to select what you want on and off, how bright you want your screen. That's also where you select your emergency contacts. You put them in there, and then you have the list. We wanted to include a 911 contact situation, but not all precincts accept text messages, but some do. So if you're in one, you can absolutely add 911 in there. But it was for ease of use, user experience, the app was the best choice.
Yeah, but if you think about it, I mean, there's, wearables today that can have, a SIM card, right?
Mhm.
So it can be self-contained, they can have its own GPS, there's watches that have their own GPS, so you can still have the app to configure it, but
Mhm.
if the kind of device be self-contained, and still have the app as a kind of a nice, like, addition.
Right.
You don't run the risk of like the phone being damaged and the thing being useless, so.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
a suggestion.
That's a valid point. We did consider that in the beginning. There were modules that they sold where you can incorporate GPS antenna and SIM card. So that was something that definitely could have been added to the helmet if we had time.
Wonderful.
All right, any more questions?
Very, very nice.
All right, thank you all.